Friends, sometimes we feel that our mind becomes restless for no reason. Nothing feels good. So have you tried to find out the reason behind it? If you have tried, but still couldn't find the answer, then listen to this Buddhist story, which beautifully unveils all the mysteries. If you like this story, please like and share the video, and if you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. So let's start the story, friends. A disciple of a guru was very talkative. He would constantly chatter, engaging in conversations all day long, sharing everything with other disciples in the ashram. He would gossip and sometimes speak ill of others. He tried to behave well with others and attempted to gossip less. He praised himself in front of the guru, always trying to prove himself as the smartest and most accomplished disciple. He considered himself superior and better than all the other disciples. He used to say, "I am a child of a wealthy family. If I wanted, I could have lived a comfortable and magnificent life. But I left all that behind and came here because I seek the truth. I want to know myself. I want to understand life." "You won't utter a single word. That is your resolution," said the guru. The disciple responded, "Guruji, is this the resolution? It's too easy. Just staying silent for a month. Give me a big resolution, one that is worthy of my credit, one that will trouble me to fulfill," he insisted. The guru said, "First, fulfill this resolution." The disciple followed the guru's command. He became silent at that moment, saluted the guru, and left the hut. Remaining silent seemed very easy to him. He spent one day quietly somehow, but from the second day, the burden of not speaking started increasing in his mind. On the third day, he began to feel heavy-hearted, and on the fourth day, a strange restlessness crept in because all the disciples in the ashram were talking to each other. He also wanted to express his opinion in front of them and wanted to stop their conversation. However, his determination stood in his way. So, he spent the entire day just making facial expressions. Several more days passed, and the disciple fell ill. His head was throbbing, and he had no appetite. He only wanted to speak. He went to the guru and sat in front of him, writing a note that said, "Master Ji, I need to speak. Without speaking, I can't breathe. I am going crazy inside. What can I do? Should I break my resolution?" The guru smiled upon reading this and said, "Resolutions are meant to be broken, but the one who completes the vow can enhance their inner strength, and one who increases their inner strength can progress on the path of life. Taking a resolution or breaking it is in your hands." Many fellow disciples have returned to their old routines after breaking their resolutions. If you cannot do this, you can break your resolution and go back to your old routine. But remember, if you cannot handle this small resolution today, how will you handle the rest of your life? The decision is entirely in your hands. He left without saying anything and confined himself to his hut. Now, he only came out of the hut for his essential tasks. The rest of the time, he stayed inside. 5 days had passed, and the resolutions of almost all the students in the ashram had almost broken. However, the talkative disciple's resolution was still intact. Since taking the vow, he hadn't spoken a single word. The entire ashram was astonished at how a man who used to speak so much had become silent. After 5 days, he went to his guru and wrote, "O Guru Dev, I may be silent outwardly, but inside me, there are many voices, lots of crying and complaints. I keep talking inside, and my mind keeps asking various questions. As calm as I am on the outside, there is an equal turmoil inside me. I doubt whether my resolution is still intact or not." After reading what he wrote, the guru said, "Since you have a habit of speaking, you may be silent outwardly, but inside, you keep talking. You need to distance yourself from these thoughts and voices." The disciple bows to the guru, and as dawn breaks, he leaves his hut and ventures into the jungle. Several days pass, and the time for the resolution also comes to an end. However, the disciple does not return. The entire ashram is worried that wild animals might have attacked him. During this time, people made numerous attempts to find him, but he was nowhere to be found. All of the Guru's disciples accepted that he must have become prey to the wild animals. However, the Guru didn't think so. One day, a disciple from the ashram went to the Guru and asked, "Guruji, what happened to the talkative disciple? Did the animals kill him?" The Guru replied, "It's possible. The animals might have made him their prey. But there could be another reason for his non-return. Perhaps he found what he was looking for there." The disciple asked, "Is speaking too much harmful?" The Guru said, "Yes, it is one of the many sorrows of human life that one cannot stay silent. They always keep saying something. Most of our suffering comes from speaking unnecessarily. The cause of most family quarrels is trivial talk. None of us want to stay quiet. We just want to tell the person in front of us what is on our minds. We want to make them understand that they are wrong and we are right. But is this fair? Because the other person is also doing the same thing. And this way, everyone keeps blaming each other. Over time, they keep counting the wrongs done to each other, and the cycle of listening and speaking continues throughout life. However, in this ignorance, we lose our time, our life, our understanding, and most importantly, those priceless moments that can be lived, experienced, and enjoyed. But in return, what do we get? Nothing. Everything goes in vain. What have we lost in this madness? Only a few people realize it. Others are unaware of their arrival, just as they are unaware of their departure. The disciple asked, "Then what is the solution?" The Guru replied, "To observe your thoughts with complete awareness is the only way to avoid all mental problems. Friends, stay present and work with full awareness." This is the statement of the renowned Japanese Zen master Shunryu Suzuki, who elaborated in his book Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind on how a person can practice awareness while carrying out their daily tasks, and how one can live a life that is mentally stable and happy just as you desire. The introspective disciple had been away from the ashram for 3 months, but there was no news of him. By now, all fellow disciples had also given up hope of his return. But one day, he returned to the ashram. Seeing him, everyone was surprised and delighted. However, now he wasn't among those leaving. He came back as someone else. A strange transformation could be felt in him. There was a strange expression on his face and great tranquility in his eyes. As soon as he entered the ashram, all the disciples surrounded him and started talking. He also started talking to his brothers. All the disciples felt that he was no longer as talkative and boisterous as before. Every word that came out of his mouth was very sweet and thoughtful. After talking to other disciples for a while, he went to the Guru. He touched the Guru's feet and said, "Guruji, am I still silent? Is my resolve still intact?" The Guru looked into the disciple's eyes for a while and said, "Yes, you are still silent. Not a single word is coming out of your mouth, and your resolve is still intact." When Guruji uttered these words, his mind found immense peace. Later, the disciple revealed that when he went into the jungle, he couldn't find peace. So I went deeper into the forest, thinking I would find peace there, and my inner turmoil would lessen. But the more I went into solitude, the louder the voices within me became. I started hearing the old voices within me. Then I realized how wrong I was when I used to speak ill of my family members, friends, and fellow disciples. At that time, I thought I was right when I gossiped about my Guru brothers and made fun of them. Even then, I thought I was better than them, and I was doing the right thing. But that day, for the first time, I felt how wrong I was. These voices, these complaints, kept running inside me for a long time. But slowly, all these voices from within me faded away. Now I am silent from within as well. There was no one to speak from outside in that dense forest. And there was no voice left inside either. That day, for the first time, I understood the true meaning of silence. how peaceful it was around me, although there were still some voices which used to come earlier. But I couldn't hear them anymore. But now I could clearly hear all those voices. The sound of the wind, the chirping of birds, the sound of flowing water, the buzzing of bees. I heard them all clearly for the first time. I have never felt such peace around me before. Today, for the first time, when I uttered a word to break the silence, I screamed, "Oh God, what kind of peace is this? Why is everything so peaceful? What happened?" But even my screaming didn't disturb the peace. Everything is just as silent as it was outside and inside before. "Oh Guruji, I have talked to my fellow disciples. I have talked to you. I am speaking. I am walking. I am seeing everything, but I am completely alone from within. I am silent. I am in the crowd. Yet I am alone and alone from within. I am alone even when I want to make noise within myself. Now everything is visible. Everything is heard." The Guru said, "As long as you keep talking outside, there will be unrest within. The day we turn inward, whatever comes out of our mouths, we will remain calm. Most of the evils in the world arise from our speech because we do not want to remain silent. We talk more than necessary. We do not want to listen to the other person. Instead, we want them to stop talking. We want to tell them who I am. We want to show them all our capabilities. This becomes the purpose of our life. They never want to listen to each other, never want to understand. They never learn to be silent, because staying silent makes them feel small. The reason for all the wars in the world is our own speech. Therefore, we should speak only as much as necessary, because wasting words wastes energy. And speaking never turns us inward, because it keeps pulling us outward. Is there anything outside of this world? But if we want to turn towards our inner world, then we should keep this mouth shut. Therefore, those who have become enlightened run towards solitude, so that they don't have to speak too much or listen too much. They stay alone and remain calm, so that they can easily embark on the inner journey. But if someone wants, even while living in this world, they can live in solitude. They can remain calm, but for that, we have to save our energy, which we are wasting on futile things. The lesson of this story is that futile speech drains your energy, and doing so doesn't let us go back inward, because it keeps us bowed outward. And the more we bow outward, the more restless our mind will be, and the more chaos there will be in our lives. And those who want to embark on their inner journey, who want peace, should keep their mouths shut. I hope you liked this story and learned a lot from it. Have a good day. May your life be auspicious.